What's good, YouTube? Rex Katana here. Today we're gonna talk about the current state of this game, where it's gonna be in the future, and kind of comparing how it was in the past and things like that. Now, this patch has been one of honestly the worst patches yet. At least on console. I don't know how it is on PC. I've went into different people's streams and things like that just to talk to them, PvP, PvE perspectives on all different platforms and things like that, just to see not only them, like hear the streamer's opinion, but also hear the audience's opinion. Now, it's interesting to see how many people don't really understand how the game works. Doesn't matter how long they've been playing it for, they don't really understand how it works. Now, Zos, before this patch dropped, I had a feeling that Zos was starting to cater a lot towards the newer players, which is fine. That's completely okay. They're the ones that bring in, to a degree, more money to the game. They're the ones that are gonna buy probably crown crates up the ass and things like that. Or even the players that are, how they like to say, low APM. Um, and the thing is, that's all fine. You can hold their hand, but you can't do too much hand holding. All right, you can't change things this drastically to the point that the game is becoming unplayable. The first of all, this combat, the game is known for its combat, and you're making it worse. You're making it more clunky. And this patch dropped when they were talking about block, when they were changing things to block. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna fuck up block canceling. And then I saw one of their streams when they were talking about it, like, no, we're just trying to change the animations or whatever. And it didn't look like it changed, you know, too much when they were showing it. And then I saw Nesquik do a video when he was on PTS where he basically couldn't block cancel. And then, basically, towards the end of the PTS cycle, they said how the changes to block was basically supposed to affect block canceling. And when they affected block canceling, they literally affected everything else in the game that had to do with combat. So you can't hold block and bar swap and still be holding block in between bar swapping, which is, I guess, to a degree, fine. That's just something you have to work around. But then at the flip side, it also fucks it up to the point that sometimes you could be holding block and it doesn't count. Or you get these animations where it says you're still holding block and you're not holding block at all. It's fucking up different parts of the game that shouldn't be fucking up. So when they took out block hands, I was like, damn, what they're trying to do is nerf better players. I looked in my very first stream of this patch, and I've been trying to play ESO here and there. I've been playing nearly as much, but I literally was like, this was to nerf better players. I said it. I was like, all they did was nerf better players. Like, the whole thing's the changes to block just literally changed that. And it's in all perspectives. It's changed PvE and PvP both, because I do both. I obviously PvP more, but I do both. And the thing that bothers me is that these newer players are these players that are either too old or have some sort of disability or some sort of problem really think the changes to light and heavy attack will be so significant that they'll be able to do this quote unquote endgame content. Now, I'm going to say this right now. The future changes of quote unquote trying to close the skill gap between the quote unquote top tier veteran players and regular players and noobs and stuff like that, it's probably never gonna work out unless you put cooldowns to abilities, which I hope you guys never do that, because your combat is getting worse progressively, very fast, downhill. But that gap isn't gonna close that way by changing combat. Not to the level that you guys are changing it to. Like block canceling, yes, Sure, you quote unquote nerfed the better players in PvP. You made it harder to X with certain classes. You made it harder to even fight one on one against certain people. Like, it's true. It's true. You guys did that. Congratulations. Round of applause. I've seen people that never ever lost to some booty ass players lose to them. And it's all because of the whole block changes. Honestly. It's crazy. But the thing is, these, not so good players, these casual players, think it's gonna change so much. You're gonna say if you do qualify for this content, you will not be able to complete the content. Do you know why? Because you guys light attack more than heavy attack, and if you have problems light attack weaving for damage, you are gonna have to light attack weave for resources. Resources in this game, and quite literally in almost every game, keeps you alive. You can't stay alive, you're floor deeps. What does that mean? You're not in the group. You're not getting the content you want to be finished. You're not going to be able to do anything still. It's not going to change anything. You know what's wrong with you players? You have terrible reaction timing. You have booty ass internet. And then above all else, you're just plain stupid. You're stupid. You want these changes to happen because you guys can't keep up with shit or whatever it is. Listen, for 4-man content, you just need homies. That's it. You guys don't even have to be good. You guys just need homies. Quote unquote vet content as soon as it came out. Cradle of Shadows, literally the spindle clutch of all DLC dungeons. I did that with my CP200 friends, and at that time, being a CP200 was basically booty ass trash can. Booty ass trash can. It was literally Cradle came out right after they took away vet ranks or whatever. So if you're a CP200, like, it wasn't that great. Like, trust me, we were all booty. Barely even had 30k DPS. Booty as fuck. As fuck. But yet we still did it. You know why? Because we just didn't stop playing it. We just kept doing it until we got our fucking skin. That's all you need. For 4-man content, that's all you need. You need friends. So if you don't got any friends, you're trying to get into fucking a PvE guild for dungeons and shit like that, they're gonna be harsher on you. You know why? Because they're not your homies. They're not your homies. If you're DPS, you're out. That's it. Simple. And now, the whole APM thing. And the whole, we're trying to nerf better players. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know why? Because you're hurting your shit players. This is an example. This dude, I just logged into Cerdo. And this was before the whole block canceling thing. So I had, faster combos, faster buffs. And honestly, the whole block canceling thing made it harder to do all sorts of things in PvP/PvE. It did. Because before, if you've seen in past streams or content of mine, I was able, whether I was alone or with my homies, to go toe to toe with like 10 plus people and be chilling most of the time. Now, in this instance, do you think that if you did the changes that it's going to change much? This guy was never going to beat my ass. Doesn't matter how much you change the game, this guy ain't going to beat my ass. The only way this guy's going to beat my ass if he zergs me down, if I am so fucked up, drunk, or whatever the fuck I am, that I just forget how to play the game. I don't know. You think that... I'm going to show another clip right now. It's coming up. It doesn't matter how much you change. I literally beat this dude's ass when I was butt-ass naked. This is what I'm trying to say. There's just people in the game that don't understand certain things, or there's just always going to be someone that understands things better than you. Look, the reason why I live through this shit is because he sees my health low, he started executing. And I'm moving around in circles. I understand my class well. I mained a Stamplar at first, and it was when Stamplar was shit. When Stamplar wasn't that great. And then I went to a Magplar, and that's why I'm decent at Magplar. It's because Magplar's like, it was the buffed version of a Stamplar. Now the tables have turned low key, but I'm just saying, all these players right here that I'm killing in this clip, none of their skills gonna change. Do you see that? That guy's dying to a guard. And look, they're all new players. They're all low level CP. The only way they're gonna get better is an error from learning from their mistakes. Like, what y'all need to do is put in a tutorial to teach them how to buff, how to attack. Y'all used to force people to do tutorials before. Y'all should just make your tutorial more detailed. And on top of that, if they keep changing the shit they change, they're gonna lose their content creators. You lose your content creators, you lose your clout. That's it. The people that are streaming your shit, that are putting content for your shit, putting ESO in the title, my nigga, they're giving you clout at the end of the day. Doesn't matter how small the channel, as long as you put out a video, you are giving ZOS clout. You are giving the game clout. If you give the game clout, someone's gonna see your video, whether it's one person or 3,000 people. You are giving the game clout, and people will become interested in the game. Now, if you start to lose your content creators because they are the veteran players most of the time, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna go to doo-doo. Look, in this instance right here, there's literally all sorts of aids. You know how they got fucking blicked? Because they didn't keep their buffs up. It's that simple. It's that simple. Things like that, it's gonna happen no matter what. Doesn't matter how much you change, it's always gonna happen. It's sad to see them catering to these people to this degree. Now, to those of you that think, oh yeah, it's correct and stuff like that, it is correct to a degree, and it's fine, because I understand it. You need to get that money. But you're just gonna end up losing everything. And you lower APM players, you old ass niggas, you people with disabilities, I'm not trying to bash you for having all that shit, but damn, go play Minecraft or something like that if you can't keep up. If you can't put the time into it, then stay a casual. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it is. People put in work. I've been playing for 5 years. I was doo-doo at first, and the only reason why I'm average now is because of how long I've been playing. I don't even play this game like crazy like that. Honestly, I don't. There was a time that I did. There was a time that this was basically my only game I played because I, didn't enjoy any other game. So yeah, I did put more time, and it shows. It shows. It just takes time. So, I don't know. Y'all swear to God that this shit's gonna make you guys better or something like that. It's not. It's not. You guys already light attack weave. And if you guys are struggling with light attack weaving, heavy attack weaving, you guys' survivability is ass. Ass. So, GG to all you, old ass people, crown store people and stuff like that are trying to, quote unquote, nerf us, veteran players, better players, even average players, because that's what you're doing. You're nerfing yourself too. You don't know shit about the game, so you don't realize it, but you're nerfing yourself too. It's that simple. At the end of the day, I get nerfed, you get nerfed. That's how it's gonna go. You're not gonna feel it as much, but trust me, you're gonna get nerfed. You're not gonna be able to do that shit that you wanna do. I know that the light attack, heavy attack changes was to specifically affect PvE, but it affects all aspects of the game, and it's gonna be just like how block canceling. If this shit goes through, if this shit goes any further than where it's at, which I don't think it is, because everybody's complaining like up the ass about it, but if it does, you're gonna see really bad changes, just like how it changed block canceling. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share this shit. Comment down below what you think about what's going on. I'd like to hear it. Peace.